does it matter?
Anything really matters?
What does it matter? I mean, it matters
Well,
a
it
lot.
does matter.
What's the
It
matter?
matters.
Well, it does a lot.
Does it matter to you? Does it matter to you? Does it matter to you?
I mean, what does it matter?
And that matters a lot.
What does it matter?
What's the matter? Does it matter to you?
It matters to me.
Hi, and welcome to Tallahassee Matters. I'm Tamara Smith. Today we have two stories for you, and they both involve events held right here at Cascades Park. Later, we'll take you to a fun festival organized by water quality professionals. But first, we have a recap of Word of South, a music and literature festival that many hope will become a tradition.
One of our committee members came up with the name Word of South, Tricia Collins, and it's sort of a play on word of mouth, except it's South. And our logo has a little brackets around it that's sort of like a book. So that's kind of where it came from. We've been working on this for 2.5 years. It's finally come to fruition. It's a pretty unique mixture of musicians and authors, some appearing together, some separately, so it was all pretty neat.
I've seen men before me as well. Squads of dark-clothed men block up the river, and gunfire is crackling everywhere.
The festival was originally conceived to be a literary festival. Mark himself is an accomplished writer and had been invited to speak at various festivals throughout the country. And I think at that time he thought, well, why can't we do this in Tallahassee? And started brainstorming about ways to make it happen and raising money and putting a lot of thought towards making just a literary festival happen. And as time went on, he had the brilliant idea of merging this literary festival with a music festival. So those two disciplines came together in really interesting ways.
Someone said that Count Durazzo was looking for her, but she would see no one. Poor Lydia did not know what to do. She was afraid her mistress would become ill.
We've gotten really national acts. Some we were very lucky with. Tony Hale, the actor, appeared, and he's from Tallahassee. It was super generous. The actor J.K. Simmons is appearing with the symphony. Sheila E. is here. So it's all been an evolving thing that's sort of worked out in the end.
It is the eternal struggle between two principles, right and wrong, throughout the world. It is the same spirit that says, you toil and work and earn bread, and I'll eat it.
It's also varied. That's what's so wonderful. It's like you can go from one totally, just completely different type of music or a different type of literature to another.
The performance today, Word of South, I am actually just talking about my book, The Beat of My Own Drum, which came out last year. So I'm here not to perform, but to perform in a different kind of way.
In the midst of writing this book, like I said, telling my testimony and things like that, there are things that I share that a lot of you probably don't know about me at all. I used to be really that artist that fame, money, you get successful, there's so many people, yes, people around you, and then you become that person and you talk about like, how are we gonna, yeah, that was me. I became that person because, not because I did. In the book, I take full responsibility for the person that I had created, this monster that I became in a sense, because all the money that I had and things that I was able to do and get, it's like telling people, you need to do this, I don't care how long it takes, I'm paying you, blah, blah, blah. I was that person for a while. And later on, I realized that I didn't like myself anymore and I had to change.
At the end of the day, you know, my only job that I've ever had really is to bless somebody. And that blessing, I hope I get to bless all of you.
I knew this would be a lot of work, and it was. But in the end result, I think despite the rain and everything else, I've heard nothing but people happy with it. From the people that attended to the authors and musicians, you know, everybody seems to be pretty pleased. They like the concept, they like the idea of doing something innovative, and I think people have really enjoyed it. We've dodged some raindrops, we've moved some things around, but it's all gone pretty well.
About, well, if I did this book, I'd want it to be this or I'd want it to be that. But here's the problem. All these pieces have been published, and they're all really personal. But next to each other, they're excruciatingly, hideously personal. And it's like this. If you go to a party and you're wearing a dress that's long to the floor and kind of low cut, and someone takes your picture, it's fine. And then the next time you go to a party, you're wearing a dress and it has a high neck and long sleeves, but it's short, and somebody takes your picture, it's fine. And then the third time you go out, your dress is up to the neck and it has long sleeves, but it has no back, and someone takes your picture, and then they put them all together and you're naked. I can't do this.
We're here at the Moon to see Bruce Cockburn, singer-songwriter from Canada. It's part of the festival, the inaugural festival called Word of South. It's great to be able to see Bruce Cockburn in Tallahassee. 37 years ago, I graduated from Florida State and stayed in Tallahassee those 4 years. It's the first time I'll see him here. For him to be part of this makes complete sense.
One November night, as I was watching a river of Toronto headlights rush along the 401, North America's busiest highway, a parallel song took place in my mind, took shape in my mind. There were no still waters. All was turmoil, strangeness. I started listing scenes, moments, reflections. Where I stood did not feel like any kind of resting place. I barely recognized the person who stood in my boots. Yet I was gripped by the understanding that all was familiar.
So the final section I'm going to read relates to this last aria. She was lying on her side, staring at the wall, as was her custom, when she heard some music coming from downstairs. She turned her head.
I came to Word of South to give a reading and singing recital. I'm an opera singer and a novelist, so this festival is kind of really right up my alley. Singing is more of an extroverted activity and still related to words, but more performing, so I love that. I love acting, but I also love being able to be quiet and just by myself and thinking about writing. I think Word of South is tremendously positive for the arts world. It's very rare to find a book festival that has music, and I think it's a great idea.
We've intentionally tried to start big. I mean, you could have started small and built it up over 10 years, but we wanted to go for it here and try and make a splash and then try and keep it going. One of the best things is we had a big super kids tent we called the Story Fort. It was packed the entire weekend, rain or shine.
Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. Gonna mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow. Please keep them safe and low till the rains come tumbling down.
Where does frosting the cupcake live? Okay, yeah.
Candyland.
I'm Candyland, of course it all makes sense. All right, so we're about to meet our main character, Frosting the Cupcake from Candyland, who wants more than anything else some sprinkles. Let's see it.
Excuse me. Tra-la-la-la-la. Hey everybody, it's me, Frosting the Cupcake. I live here in Candyland and it is great. But there is one thing that is missing from this perfect confection that is this cupcake. And that is sprinkles.
Freeze! All right, at this point, we want to see a second character.
In a long time ago, there was sun and there was moon. They were husband and wife. And they loved each other so very, very much. Now, Sun had a very good friend named Water. And every day, Sun would go to Water's house. Every day, they'd have a good time together. They'd sing together, they'd laugh together, they'd play together. They'd do everything together. But you know, one day, Sun asked himself the question, every day, I go over to Water's house. But Water never ever comes to my house. What's that all about?
We use storytelling, folklore, original stories to create a really fun experience for families in this way of sharing stories, a creative way of sharing stories through dance, song, beatboxing, what Zach does.
I add just another textural quality to the storytelling, but we're kind of cheating because a good way to embed anything in somebody's head is to add music to it. One thing that's really cool about this is the family emphasis. Like, you can bring kids to something like this. They're free to roam around. A lot of the entertainment is tilted towards them, and it's the main stage stuff too.
I'll never give up on my dreams. The end.
It's just been a huge team effort, and Mandy Stringer is our director, and she's done yeoman's work. It's been a large effort to pull this off. Jules Graham has worked really hard, Bernice Cox, Scott Baylog at TCC, Laura Rogers. So we've had a lot of people that really, really put a lot of time in. I really appreciate it.
It was really, really exciting to be involved in this project and to work with Mark on Word of South. And it came together in just such interesting ways, like nothing else that I know going on in the country.
It's the kind of thing I always wished Tallahassee had, and now we've got it. It's great.
This is a shot in the arm for Tallahassee, and I think it's fabulous.
Hopefully it's something that can keep going. I hope that this is 10 years from now that people think of this like they do the Winter Festival, like Springtime Tallahassee, as an annual event that, like, yeah, man, Word of South, that's Tallahassee. It's what it's all about.
Does it matter to you?
It matters to me.
Uh-oh, is
these flashing lights up there. What should I do?
You should stop, look, and listen.
I should what?
You should stop. This is a mid-block crossing. When the lights are flashing, someone wants to cross. So we have to let the pedestrians go. We have to stop.
Okay, so you're saying I should stop. Crossing time.
Exactly. Or you could stop in the name of lights before you break my heart. Think it over.
Visit talgov.com.
Americans look to their courts for fairness because they trust the judge will handle their case with an even hand, free from the influence of politics and partisanship. When a judge gives every person the same treatment, our courts are what they have always been and must always be: fair and free.
America's courts are fair. Help keep them that way with an informed vote.
Have a kit so you're ready for any emergency. Develop a plan for what you and your family will do before disaster strikes, and stay informed during severe weather any way you can.
Does it matter to you?
It matters to me.
Welcome back to Tallahassee Matters. I'm Tamara Smith. Our next story is about water. There's no doubt water is essential to life. However, when it's abundant, like here in Tallahassee, we can use it in any number of ways, even playing with it. But as we'll see next, water quality professionals say that people everywhere should conserve water. Let's take a look.
Water itself is a very limited quantity. It's the same now as it was 30 billion years ago. There's no more water, no less water. It just changes forms, either salt water, fresh water, potable water, or wastewater. So the more water that we waste, the less water we have to drink on a normal basis. This is the Florida Water Festival. It is a premier event of the FWEA. FWEA is the Florida Water Environmental Association. It is a state organization throughout the state of Florida. We are the Big Bend chapter of that group. It focuses in on water quality and environmental resources. This is our first annual one here in Tallahassee. They have been going on throughout the state of Florida. South Florida, Tampa area has had them in success for the last 3-4 years.
The city of Tallahassee is really excited about participating in the Florida Water Festival because water is a big part of what the city of Tallahassee works hard to preserve. One, they bring drinking water to the citizens of Tallahassee, and two, a big part of what Underground Utilities does is work to protect the water, preserve the water, and improve the water quality of the area.
Looking at some of the people that we have here today, City of Tallahassee Wastewater, water conservation groups like TAP and IFAS.
We also have a walk for water today to demonstrate in undeveloped countries what people often have to do just to get clean water to their houses. Also today we have several activities going on. We have a water-wise play at 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock today, and in between those at noon we have a dance performance. Like it? All right.
What do you say?
Thank you. You're welcome.
One all breed and one cherry and brown.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had someone come and like had 4 of them already. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Like that. And we slowly lower it down into a manhole like that. And watch it. Oh, there it goes.
would also play a part with dissolved oxygen levels. Compare the color that develops with the chart they provide for dissolved oxygen. What do you guys think?
Hey, do you think it's the middle one?
I see a 4
Maddie
and I
thinks
see
it's
an
the bottom
8.
one.
It looks more like an 8. So this one's probably falling somewhere in between those two, so that makes it a tricky choice. So we'd have to pick the best of our choices there.
We've just come out to Cascades Park just to let them play and enjoy the day. We walked over to start taking a look at some of the booths, and this one here is teaching us about water testing and water quality.
I think that this is very educational and beneficial, and that water testing like this may prevent drowning in the future.
Water Wiser is a student education play, and it stars Big Drop and Dewdrop, and they help a student learn about the importance of water, and therefore that student shares that information with his friends and helps them learn how they should conserve water.
Water is one of the #1 needs of living things, and that includes you, doesn't it? But we need you!
We need to teach people how to conserve water. We need to save ourselves so we can save everyone else.
Yeah, well, what's in it for me?
But you're going to be the new water wizard.
Will I get paid?
You're helping save your fellow man.
Yeah, and us, too.
Children resonate with their folks, and if they can talk to their parents about what they should be doing, a lot of times it hits home harder that way than it does adults talking to adults about it.
I need you to help make it rain for me. You're Kennedy, okay. You make it rain? Pull this down with your thumb. Make it rain. Oh, look at there. All right, Kennedy, good job. Got rainwater coming off the roof into the gutter, coming down the downspout into this big rain barrel. Now we want to use that water. Don't put water in there. So all that water that's coming out came off our roof. And now you could go water your plants with it.
I Grow Youth Empowerment Program, we always get the youth involved. So not only they learn how to grow good organic food, they learn the business aspects, entrepreneurship, exchanging of information with the community. Come check us out, y'all.
Sweet moon, I smell of you in every single dream I dream. I knew when we collided, you're the one I have decided who's one of my kind. Oh, hey soul sister, ain't that Mr. on the radio? Stereo, the way you move ain't fair, you know. Hey soul sister, I don't wanna miss a single thing you do tonight. Hey, 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 tonight. When you turn on the faucet at home, what happens?
Water comes out.
Water comes out. But in other countries, undeveloped countries,
they don't have water coming to their house, right? So where do you think they get the water?
Out of the ground.
They gotta go, they find a river, a pond, and that could be miles away.
Today here at the festival, we're doing a walk for water. And what that is women and children in underdeveloped countries have to walk for their families every day, up to 3 miles a day, just to get water for their homes.
We're walking for water, and we walk more than a half a mile, and it's like a procedure to show how the kids in some other countries have to walk this far for water while we get it out of just a pipe.
What we're doing here today is simulating a walk for water, what these women and children in these countries would do by giving people the opportunity to walk a path here. It's pre-marked, and it's about a half mile for the adults and a little tinier path for the younger kids with jugs of water.
We're doing the kid one. Maybe I'll do the adult one.
And when they complete this, they get a raffle ticket and with the opportunity to win a prize.
You do it fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
See if you can do it without holding on.
I probably could.
Yeah, that's the way they do it. All right. 2 miles this woman walked. You get that? Water.
I could feel it in my shoulders, my arms, and it wasn't even that far, but I was excited to see the finish line. So I can imagine, like, I can't imagine 3 miles, you know, which is what a lot of women have to do to carry the water. When we begin to walk, they have a lot of educational pieces along the way, which was very, very fascinating. Kind of amazing to be able to kind of show my children, we are so lucky to have fresh drinking water.
How many of you want me to get it?
Think about what other people have to do, Patricia. You can do it.
Oh, are you gonna keep trying? You go with your other hand, you want me to get it? That was good, you did a good job. You made it a few feet.
Thank you.
My son's a water advocate, so he's been telling us quite a bit about different things over the years about what we should be doing better and things we should change about our lifestyles. And so it's a little confirmation about some of the things we probably should be doing better.
I think this event is great. I mean, it's really good for kids to learn about water, like how water was processed, how important the water resource is.
Water is so important. It's important for our quality of life. It's important for our health. Both humans and our environment need good quality water. Without that, we really will start seeing a degradation in the quality of our life.
That's all for this edition of Tallahassee Matters. For WCOT, I'm Tamara Smith. Thanks for watching.
Oh no! Whoa.
You guys don't want to cool off? Oh.
Somebody get the gun away from her.
I miss eating dinner with my family in our own kitchen.
550 children in Tallahassee are missing the simple joys of being a kid.
I miss having my own bed. I miss having our own house.
550 kids missing the simple comfort of having a place to call home. Join the Change for Change program by simply adding a monthly contribution to your city utility account. For the cost of just a gallon of milk, you can help all our kids enjoy the simple, extraordinary things about just being a kid.